So after restart, we are going to say in the Discord when you guys ready up. If there's no restart, so after qualifying, we start just the race, wait for like 20 seconds. Also, last time out, Tess mentioned that to me.
Good luck, everyone. I'm with Hayes today. Right. Is Hayes in my party yet? He's not. Need him to set up a lobby. He's... Hey guys, welcome to the chat. We're just getting warmed up, ready for the Tier 3 race as they're off to the Paul Ricard circuit in France for round 5. Let's have a little look in the chat. Sam says nice music. That is Shifty's music, the official TT Motorsport soundtrack as of right now. So this is pretty cool. We've got our own music. But you have to thank Shifty50 for that one. We've got Dorsey Dave in the chat as well. How do we donate? I don't actually know, to be honest. I mean, it's really not expected from you at all. But I mean, I can try and find out, but I don't really know. I'm really bad when it comes to Twitch. Yeah, I'm not really too sure how it all works, to be quite honest. But I can have a look. We're waiting for Hayes. Hayes should be joining the party soon. Eight viewers. We'll have a little bit of a party in this pre-lobby. We'll be getting started soon. Really looking forward to this race. See what the Tier 3 guys can do at this circuit. It's going to be an interesting one. We've got some very fast times submitted on the time trial from some of these drivers. So this could honestly be a lot of people could get on this podium potentially. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Yeah, I don't know how this donation things works, to be honest. Apparently you have to buy bits, something called bits. 100 bits, 500 bits. I really don't know. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. I thought it'd be a lot easier than that. Oh, we've got a sub. We've got 1 sub to viewers. What's that? TT Motorsport was given 1 tier 2 sub to TT Motorsport Online's. So TT Motorsport speaking for me. I'm really confused. TT Motorsport is given 1 tier 2 sub to TT Motorsport. Oh, it was Jerry. I was so confused. I thought I was talking to myself. So Sam, was that a... Oh, it was a gifted... I don't know how Twitch works. I don't even know what that means. Is that bad? Someone in the comments, fill me in, because I really don't know what that is. Just boogieing. Got the beers in. It's going to be a good race. Ah, we've now... You get money from it. So you get money from people subbing. So... Did we give Sam a subscription, or did Sam subscribe to us? Sorry guys, I'm really slow with this. I really don't know how this works, DC. Right, let's try and get Mr. Hayes into the party. Mr. Hayes, are you there?
I don't know why. Every time I was joining your party, it just kept coming up that you were connecting. You probably had the same thing for me, where it was just saying I was connecting. It's just been not absolute nightmare. Yeah, it's weird.
So Jerry has just... I'm not too sure what's going on. So basically, if you look into the TTM Motorsport Twitch chat at the moment, everyone's having a little chinwag. And TTM Motorsport has gifted a sub. And I think it was Jerry. I think he's spent €10 and then given that to Sam or something. I don't know. So
I think he might
so
have,
that's
just,
a gift, a sub now to be #1. So that means, I presume that being...
That means who's in the chat or watching the channel, they can gift a sub to TT Motorsport, and they'll be #1 for doing so.
Oh.
Obviously, what Jerry's done has done that, and yeah, he's given it to Sam, and I think that's why Sam's gone on there and been like, "Thanks, guys, appreciate it."
Makes a bit more sense now. Yeah, I was really trying to work out what this is all about.
Oh, mental. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
mental.
there probably is, DC. It's probably a good idea. I will crack on with that after this race. We've got 11 viewers now, guys. We are just getting warmed up. Hopefully we'll be getting started soon. If you look on screen now, we've got a North American tier. So if you know anyone who is from North America who would be up for joining TT Motorsport, look no further. We have positions going. So yeah, whoever it may be, give them a call up and we can get them trialed and get them involved with a bit of TT Motorsport.
TTM Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, Jerry's just gone in the chat and just put he was logged in as TTM. So yeah, he's just gone stupid me. Yeah, I am stupid.
Yeah, it's a Charles Leclerc.
He's had a Leclerc moment. I am stupid. But we still love you, Jerry. Mad respect the work that you do for TT Motorsport as well.
He's
Shout
top
out to that man.
He is top man. He is. There's so much for it.
Yep, Sam, you're right. The barrel's arrived.
The barrel's in the house.
Such a mug.
Right, so can we get some proper audio level results? Not results, responses this time, please. Because each race, you guys say, "Oh yeah, the audio levels are great," and I watch back, and they're always awful. So I want to make sure we can hear the game volume a little bit, and obviously hear myself and Hayes the same level and very clear. So let me know, guys, how it goes on. Dorsey Dave has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Dorsey Dave, for subscribing to TT Motorsport.
Shout out Dorsey Dave. What a guy.
Thank you very much. I've actually set this funny animation up for donations.
Yeah, I've just seen that little.
No, not that one. I've got a different one. See, that one that must be the default one. I didn't even know that I could change that. I'm so new with all this. But if you donate, there's quite a funny thing that pops up. So I'm thinking if someone does it mid-race, it's gonna like throw us off guard completely. But
cheers, Peg. The levels are good so far. Thank you, Peg.
Cheers, Peg.
Shout out to our man,
Peg.
Cheers, Jeff.
I'm just bopping. This music, I've got the music in the background. Shifty made. I'm loving it.
Oh yeah. Oh mate, I love that.
Bopping.
Absolutely love that. Cheers as well. Yep. Thank you.
Tezza's fish.
That was a nice fish though. And as I said, the fish was much better looking than Tez. We all know it. It's facts.
Yeah, it was.
It's pure facts.
That's the first fish I've ever kissed, mate. I've never been one for that, but I was a big stinker. That one was. And I was like, you know what? An absolute.
To be fair though,
unit.
I'm not gonna lie. Teapot will probably disagree with that. He's probably seen you kiss worse than that, mate.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
I better set my stream up. It's good to see you got that right this time, Tess. Tier 3 round of France.
Yeah, I got it right this time. And you know what I'm also going to do?
Go on.
I'm actually going to spectate and not enter this race this time.
Oh, do you know
Actually, that
what?
was tier 2, wasn't it? Yeah, it was tier 2 last time I did that. So, wasn't my proudest moment. Almost caused a crash on track. That wasn't even my race, but you know what? It's all good. We move.
No difference to you in tier 1 then, is it, Tess?
Thank you, Dorothy Dave, one of our newest joiners to TT Motorsport. Has took a big interest into the North American League, but he's obviously seen how the leagues ran, and he's really enjoying it and really liking it. So I really do appreciate you subscribing, man. That's really crazy. Really did not expect that at all. But now I need to switch back over to. Whoops, I messed something up. I've just cut Hayes off.
You there, Tess?
Yo, I'm back. Sorry, I meant to join your game, but I joined your party on Xbox, and then it's all messed it up.
So you had a bit of like, should I stay or should I go?
Little chat
You
to
actually
myself.
include audio, by the way, this time, please, mate.
Yeah,
so
I
I don't
will,
talk
mate.
to myself.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll do that for you. I was having a little chat beforehand, before you came on, about today's race. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I think there's actually quite a few drivers that could get on the podium today. We've seen a lot of consistent drivers that could definitely work their way up there, but we've also seen some absolute crazy laps on time trial being submitted. So yeah, I mean, this could be a really interesting race. What are you thinking, Hayes?
I mean, the thing is with the time trials, though, Tess, is that obviously you've got no tyre wear issues, you've got no fuel issues, you've got no ERS issues whatsoever. So time trials aren't really something that I look at personally and think, yeah, you know, he's got really good pace, because you could go and set, for instance, like a 126 around France in time trial. Comes to the actual qualifying, you might end up putting in a 127 or a 128. You never know. So it's a tough one to call. And to be honest with you, the first corner as well, the first turn 1 and turn 2, that sharp left from right-hander as you just come off the main straight, it's so easy to invalidate you that round there. So I think we might see a few issues from drivers with that. So again, I think people might be a little bit more cautious than on time trial come qualifying. So I think we could see a very, very close qualifying battle, as well as the race itself. But it all depends on the weather as well. That's the thing. It all depends on the weather. It can rain here at France.
We know France is prone for rain. So we had that last season in the Tier 1 Championship in the mini-series. We had rain. We had an incident on lap 1, turn 1, because it's such a fast corner, and then it's a left to right. It's so easy to get caught up, and we had actually the two starting on the front row actually collided. That's Pickles and Nolan, and then that caused huge problems for the drivers behind as well, trying to get all around it. So, I mean, anything could happen really. We had the practice session just before this race, and we saw that Jet, Atom and Sam were really fast. Obviously they were the two drivers who have put the high time trial times in, but I think it's, well, in the practice session especially, it's definitely reflected on their race pace. So as long as they have a similar sort of race. Oh, Lundy has just subscribed too, the one and only Mr. TTM himself.
Man, the myth, the legend.
I do want to change that zombie thing. I wonder if I could change it to. I wonder if I can look into it really quick. Oh,
Joey, you should be able to, when the lobby is up, mate. You should be able to join off with me, TTM Hayes, or join off with anybody else in Tier 3 you've got as a friend. Should be able to get in, or me or Tez, really, either one of the two. And let me just quickly double check over settings. They should be fine now, because I've saved them this time, so shouldn't have any issues with that. Nope, none whatsoever. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
I didn't know what subscribing was before this. I'm gutted. I'll put the funny animation on subscribing. We've had it loads by now.
Yeah, Peg said you can change it somehow. But who was it earlier in the chat who said you can? Yeah, D obviously said you're better off probably to go on YouTube and they'll just talk you through it. I find the easiest way to do things, to be honest. Most people go on Google search, don't they, and just try and read through it. I prefer to visually watch a video of somebody doing it.
Yeah,
There's
me
this much
too.
easier to follow. Especially on YouTube, obviously you can just pause it and go onto the Twitch and mess around with it and then unpause it when you get to a certain part that you're stuck at. Speaking of YouTube, obviously TT Motorsport does have a YouTube channel as well as Twitch. If you want to jump on and subscribe to that as well, people.
TT
More than welcome
Motorsport
to.
Online.
Shifty!
Shifty 50.
Shifty! Just the chat. That's what we love to see. More people in the chat, the better.
Oh no, I've had a mare.
9 o'clock. How many have we got? It says got 15 at the minute. Is this the amount you had in the race brief, or are we waiting
We
for
need,
anyone else in
should
particular?
be 16 drivers, I think. 16, I think. So I think we're missing one.
What's going on, Shizu? Being nice to you for a change.
I think I'm gonna have to do this another day. I don't think I'm gonna have time to mess around with this widget thing.
Actually, a little shout out to Chizu, to be fair, as TT Motorsport's making big moves. Even got a FIFA 21 Pro Club team now as well. Making big movements worldwide.
Big moves.
100% record as well. Just throwing that out there.
Jeez.
Obviously all down to me because I was standing. To be fair, Chizu, I think I found a game that Chizu is actually quite good at, to be fair.
Yeah?
He's right
What,
at Pro,
FIFA?
yeah, well, not our Ultimate Team, but he's right at Pro Clubs.
Right,
Yeah,
well.
picture going on the Discord soon for that, don't worry. I've got a little thing that you're going to enjoy for that.
Who
Trust
are
me.
we waiting for? It should be one more person, I think.
Yeah, we've still only got 15 drivers.
Oh! Jet
Ooh.
Atom has just subscribed too. Thank you for subscribing to TT Motorsport. Showing the love. Thank you very much, guys.
Shout
You
out to
guys
you.
are epic. 19 viewers already in the channel. We've not even got started yet, so this is a great start. Hopefully, we can actually get through
Imagine.
qualifying and a race with no restart. Let's hope.
That would be nice. Right, while we're waiting for the last driver test, I'm going to quickly make a cup of tea. Give me 2 minutes, and hopefully we'll be ready to go when I'm back. And I might grab a beer. Oof. Tempting.
Oh, you might as well.
Ooh.
Rude not to. Dorsey Dave, look at what you have started. You have started an absolute madness. We're getting pings left, right, and centre now. Right, what's going on? Let's check the Discord quickly. Tier 3 chat, we've got... I can't join the game. LMB is LMB in now. LMB is in. Joey. Oh, what was that? Is that another one? Shifty 50 is now following. Woi, Shifty, have you only just started following? No way, Shifty only just started following the TTM Twitch. I've got a cold Stella with me as a drink. Kimmy must be jealous. Jet, I can join you. Actually, no, I can't. I don't have Stellas this time. I've got Bex. I normally do have a Stella, to be fair. London says Teapot for the win. Yeah, I think Teapot's got this one, you know. $18 drivers, right. Everyone can ready up now, whoever's listening to this. I'm going to put it in. Ready up at tier 3. Oh, is that another one? Ewan has just subscribed. Thank you, Ewan, for subscribing to TT Motorsport. I really appreciate that. I'm actually flattered right now. Look at all this. This is crazy. We've had like, how many have we had? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 5 subscribers. And you guys haven't even started the qualifying yet, and we're already on 5 subscribers. That's crazy, man. Yeah, big up you and bop bop. Right. Did I tell everyone they can ready up? No, I didn't. Ready up, tier 3 drivers. Let's do this. Right, so we are just loading into the stream.
Ah, perfect timing, just in time. Look at that. We love a bit of perfect timing.
Yeah, man. Right,
Yeah,
I'll
man.
include my audio now for you.
Oh, thanks.
It's alright, mate.
Told you before, I do love conversations with myself, but it's nice for like the 1 or 2 followers that I get on my channel to not think I'm a complete weirdo, even though I am. See, we had you and subscribe as well to TT Motorsports. Shout out that, man.
Yeah, big shout out.
Shout out to all subscribers and followers. Mad love to you all.
Big love there.
Nothing but love.
Right, let's getting all the widgets ready, guys. Hence the reason you're currently looking at an advertisement. But give me 1 second and we can be underway. Looks dry so far. Looking at the qualifying screen, and doesn't look like it's going to be raining. Looks pretty bright for now.
Rain in the race, though, I believe, as Sam's gone on the chat and said there is rain in the race.
Oh snap! Ooh, that could make things interesting. Right, bear with us, guys. Seen a few cars come out of their pits now.
Sam, is you can jump in the chat and let us know, is it rain for the whole race or is it just going to come to midway or at the start? Let us know, please. Shift's given us his top 3 predictions. He's gone for Sam and then Chazza. Not a bad call.
What's going on? What am I missing on the stream? Something don't look right. Driver, who's driver? We've still got a driver, someone who hasn't sorted out their what do you call it?
I said I'm sorted out there. Telemetry.
That's it. Yeah.
Telemetary.
Oh, there we go. I was starting to see bits pop on
Yeah,
the screen now.
you don't want to start
Yeah, I know.
annoying card again with that.
Yeah, no. Right.
We've got Wong Dong's? Oh no. Yeah, we have, but that's strange. Wong Dong's in the pits, but his car's on the track just sitting still. That makes complete sense to me. He's been disqualified for parked in a dangerous location. I don't get that. No, not at all. Again, strange one, because on my screen he said he was in the pits, but his car was just sitting in about turn 3 or 4, I think it was. He's gone with Teapot, Monty, and then Jet. Optimistic with a Teapot, I think, personally, mate, but not a bad shout, you never know.
What you said about Teapot? Teapot could do it.
I'll give you odds of 25 to 1 for that one, DZ. We're on board with Monty at the moment, the classical Cassandra driver, as he's out on his lap.
We will stick with
Keeps out a little bit, keeps hold of it.
Trying to get the halo to
Again,
play.
Monty's another one as well, to be fair. We were saying obviously about how close Jet and Sam were, but we know how quick Monty is with his qualifying and time trials as well, so he could be another one right up here.
He has been saying before the race that he is now using, well, he's now taking ABS off, and this will be the first race without it. So,
Yeah, I believe he's got traction control off as well now when he had it on medium before, if I remember rightly.
okay.
So I think he's done that because he believes he can get a bit more pace out of the car. Not that he really needed to, because he was quick anyway without with those on.
Sure. Well, we'll stick with Sam now as they're about to start their lap. The current championship leader of the Tier 3 championship in the NW Sauber, a beautiful purple F1 car, now going for a lap.
Ninth position finish last time through, so he'll be looking to do a lot better here in Spain.
Yeah, for sure.
Monty goes in with a 1:28.7, so that's the benchmark at the moment.
Sam's gone purple there in sector 1.
Jam goes in with a 1:29.6, so he may have made a couple of mistakes on his lap there. Although he's on the set medium compared to the fact that Monty was on set softs. So he might decide to change his strategy, but he might think to himself, if I can get into the top 10 on mediums, you can do an easy one stopper here from the mediums to hards, to be fair, to save the extra pit stop.
Sam looking pretty good so far. Will it be enough to knock Monty off that top step? I have also just realised that I forgot to do the intro, so we're going to do the intro between the race, between the qualifying and the race. So that's
Yeah,
my bad.
cool. Big shout out to Shifty for that. What an intro that is with the music as well. Big shout out to that, man.
Right, Sam crosses the line. Sam goes provisional pole with 128.4. I reckon he's going to be looking to try and get into the 27s, as he was close to doing it earlier.
Three attempts up already on Monty on the same set of tyres, obviously, so he'll be quite chuffed with that. Because obviously them two are normally very close together on qualifying and race pace. Yeah, that is annoying.
See how T-Bot's getting on.
From lagging out.
This is Sam's teammate in the other NW Sauber car.
Had a right mare last time out in Canada where the rain came down and then went for a set of mediums, then a set of softs, and another set of softs, and decided to basically go drifting and not racing in the end.
Yeah, didn't end up too well for him, for our boy.
So,
Come around the final corner now. See what time he puts in.
We're going for 1:32.
1:32. Going P6 currently.
We've got a couple
Joey
of people who've decided to go for mediums. Everyone else has gone for softs. So we've got Jet Adam and Joe Gamer as well. Both decided to go for softs rather than mediums, rather than softs.
Joey going straight on there. Probably not the right bit of track to be using, but
I think he may have just set his lap test and was just doing that to potentially get out of the way of someone coming in from behind who he may have thought would be on a hot lap. So it's a good thing about it, to be fair. Obviously there's a lot of runoff on track where there's not much gravel around either, so it's easy just to get out of someone's way for qualifying and not affect your own tyres by doing so, to be fair. Which I'm quite happy about for me. My races haven't been great recently.
No, they've not been great, have they, mate? But you bounce back in France, hopefully, buddy. But now we are on board with Chazza. Chazza has actually got third every time they have raced in the Tier 3 Championship. So that, if that's not consistent, I don't know what is. That is proper consistent in my opinion. So could Chazza be on for another third place today, round 5 in France?
Consistency is key test.
The question. He's out lap at the moment, so if we can catch anyone on a lap. High rise on a lap.
With the back discovery of high rise, he's on a lap at the minute. Just gone through sector 2, he's in his last sector at the moment.
He's done double green so far.
We're not up, just coming around that nice looping right hander.
That's a really nice corner. If you get the
there he is.
if you get the corner right, you get the apex right, beautiful corner.
See, the corner just before that though that's a lethal one in the race. If you're following somebody, as I experienced in the practice session, following in dirty air, I was following you, Tess, yeah, and all of a sudden, boom, drift on.
I saw a Ferrari going sideways in my mirror. But how we have High Rise, he crosses a line. High Rise goes provisional P5. Very nice. Right, let's go back to Chazza. Let's find Chazza. Where is he? I know he's out on a lap somewhere.
Yeah, he's just in sector 1 at the minute.
Yeah. Casey's gone green in sector 1.
22.9, it's not a bad first sector.
We've got Horacio 2020 in the chat, chatting on JP Gamer, that's Joe up. So he's got some fans here today. Yeah.
What we love to see.
He didn't have a great race to start off last round. Obviously he DNF'd on the first lap, came into collision with Lewis Johnson, if I remember rightly, in the Siren Porsche car.
Yeah,
Hopefully he's looking at bouncing back today to try and bring some points back for the team. Chaz has gone green again in sector 2.
He's actually got a couple of fans here, to be fair, Tez. Joe.
Oh, has he?
He's got
I missed a few comments.
2020.
That's
just
literally...
Come on, JP.
Mate, you're a few minutes behind, mate. That's what I just said, buddy.
Oh, did you? Oh, there's another one as well, a bit further up, sorry.
Oh, is there? Alright, well, I didn't see that one.
String. Well, obviously,
of course you would be.
Playing, so you're going to be a little bit ahead
sure,
of me.
mate. Sorry, mate, I didn't mean to do like that.
Makes a change for you to pay attention to the chat, though, Tez.
Oh!
That's what I'm here for.
Chazza goes P8 with a 131.1. The shade. Right, so we might see some of the current top runners. Atom's out on a lap. So Atom's actually 3 tenths up on his time. He currently sits P3. He's 1.2 seconds off of Sam's time. Coming around the penultimate corner now into that tight hairpin. He can, yeah, he's got that perfect spell. You can lose a lot of time there if you don't time it right. It's through the DRS and he goes P1 with a 128.3. Sam,
10th in that.
Sam on a lap. Sam's.
I'm on board with the Audi Slingshot Racing car of Coles at the minute. Looks like he seems to be having a slight bit of a connection issue. He's lagging a tiny bit, to be fair. Just come around the last corner now. Nothing tidy around there.
LMB, see how LMB does it on his lap. He's coming down the straight now. Keeps it nice and wide on the right, but completely missed the apex there, unfortunately. But he did recover that well. Has not invalidated his lap, so that is the main thing. Going wide on turn 1 really does make you a victim of turn 2 if you're not careful.
Yeah, it does for sure. Cole's putting a lap to go P9 at the minute. 131.4 is what he managed to put down. We'll be looking to improve on that. We've got Kung Fu Powder out on the lap at the minute in the Siren Porsche. Again, another driver who could easily finish on the podium and essentially even take the win, to be fair. We know he's got good pace.
Yeah, for sure.
He's coming through the chicane after the straight. Nicely poking through there, gets in the power nice and early as well. No oversteer.
LMB's keeping this.
Blocks in a hot lap.
LMB's keeping sector 2 very tidy, to be fair. But he is quite down on his time, to be honest. He's 1.4 seconds down now, so that is not ideal. We'll go focus on someone else. Joa, so we'll go on board with Joa now, as he's got Horatio and someone else in the chat following him. Although he doesn't look like he's actually on a lap at the moment. He's slowing down for
the
others.
last couple of corners is Kung Fu Powder.
So who's this then?
It's not looking
Can you? Who's currently sitting in 9th?
Coles is currently sitting in 9th.
So it's Coles is. Yeah, it's not working again. That's the driving.
129.9 from Kung Fu Powder. Moved himself up into P5, just behind his Siren Porsche teammate Lewis Johnson.
Sam. Is Sam on a lap? Let's have a look. Sam. No, he's invalidated. 21 viewers in the chat, guys. Thank you for watching so far. The qualifying race will be starting in just under 5 minutes now.
I've got 22 Tess, just to let you know, mate.
Have you? 22, even better.
Yep. For a minute, P4 and P5 for the Siren Porsches. If they can pull that off in the race, it's a good points haul for them in the Constructors' Championship. Hopefully move them up, as they're currently sitting P5 in there. Only a couple of points behind the Tornado 7 Racing, who are sitting P4. Obviously at the minute you've only got LMV, who is the only Tornado 7 racing driver here today. So we could see them jump them in the Constructors' Championship, providing obviously their races go well. There's no incidents for them.
We're currently on board with Niag. Niag currently sits P3 in the championship. Obviously, he wasn't here last race in Canada as they were absent. But they'll be looking to bring back some points this time for the Citroen Money Paddy team. We know this guy is super fast. He won out in Monaco. So I think he's going to want to leave his mark here in France, especially after
time, though, Tez.
Especially after missing out last time.
The first 2 sectors.
It's not ideal, no.
I think he's on 2 lap old soft, so I think them tyres have obviously just given in. I think you can only obviously really get 1 decent lap in on a set of soft around qualifying.
Yeah,
I think if you're going to try and push and try and do more than 2, and especially if you're qualifying in the top 10, you could really mess your race up from doing it. There are a lot of long swooping bends on this track, and obviously, like we said earlier, if you're getting into 30 air behind and your tyres are gone, you're going to really struggle. So everyone has decided to set their times on a set of softs, apart from Joa, who is obviously currently out at the moment on a set of softs as well, so he'll be looking to improve and push himself up a bit further as he's currently sitting P9. Jet Happens had a slight problem. Can't change his tyres to new ones in the pits. Got to love Cody's.
So if Gooders improves, Gooders does improve. He goes currently P8, 130.1. Very good there from Gooders. He's moved himself right up the pecking order now.
His pup is 5 seconds up at the minute on his time, as he's currently sitting P15, so he'll be open to obviously move himself up from that position and start off a lot higher up in the grid in the other Citroen Money Paddy car.
Jess Adams just confirmed in the chat that the race will be starting with heavy rain, so no point starting on medium. So everyone's going to want to go on the softs, get as close as they can to the front to avoid all the possible carnage towards the back. We know what heavy rain can do, even to the elitist of drivers. So yeah,
around here as well, that is horrible because, as I said, you got a lot of long swooping corners here at France, and with heavy rain, that could be fatal for a lot of drivers here.
Fekir puts a 132.2 and moves their way up to 13th. See if we've got any of the front runners back out. Oh, we got Monty out on a lap. Or is he on his out lap? Or he's invalidated?
He's on his out lap at the minute. He's only on his out lap at the moment.
Oh, is he? Is he? Yeah.
Yes, he won't mind that, to be fair. But he'll definitely be looking to go quicker than his 128.7. I think he knows he can do a lot better than that, to be honest with you.
Currently got 23 in the chat at the moment watching us. Our record is 24 at one go, so if we can try and beat that, get your mum in, get your nan in, get the dog in. Every view counts right now, guys.
Here we go then, we'll stick on board with Monty.
Yeah.
No,
he's left the
session. He's had a connection issue. That's a shame.
He keeps getting that. That's a real shame, man.
Yeah, that is a real shame. We know how quick he can be, so that is a shame to see that. LMB's on a hot lap at a minute, but he's about 3 seconds, nearly 3 seconds down on his time, to be fair, so we'll probably see him dart in the pitch, which he does. Chaz has invalidated his lap, so I did not bother with a chicane, but nicely through the boards where you're meant to go. Nicely done.
I am going to stick with Niag here because I generally do believe that we could see Niag put an absolute belter of a time in here. I've just got a feeling, you know.
Yeah, got that vibe.
Yeah, man. So here we go, as he's about to start his lap now.
A shame, I think. Hopefully you can join in time, just in time anyway for the race, mate. We obviously want to see you out on the track.
Everybody let us know in the chat as well if the audio levels are good, and I can change it like so easy. So if our audio levels are good, great. Otherwise, if anything needs increasing, whether my voice, Hayes' voice, or the game volume needs increasing.
Currently does. Jerry's in the chat and just said that Hayes' volume can be a bit higher.
Okay. Should I lower mine or should I increase yours? I'll probably say increase yours.
I'll just say increase mine, to be fair, mate. Keep yours as it is. Yeah. People want to hear both of our sexy voices, not just one.
Well, Niag's on green in sector 1. Is now we can run that really difficult chicane. Well, I find it difficult anyway. but he seems to have nailed that pretty good there. Let's see how he does in Sector 2. He goes green again in Sector 2. He says he's 7/10 down. I'm not sure if that's right.
On board with Sam.
Maybe.
Just a little bit slower, and not by much at all though, less than a tenth slower for his first sector, so could go quicker in the last two here and potentially still pole off and Jet Atom.
Jet Atom has retired. Yeah, so he's finished now.
Yep, thank you Jerry, the volumes are now.
Okay.
And Shifty as well, thank you as well.
Yeah, cheers guys.
Yeah, at least 2 temps up here, Sam.
Here we go, Niag about to cross the line.
Provisional pole potentially if he can hold it in the last sector.
P4 into the 29s he goes. Yeah, let's go on board of Sam now. Purple in Sector 2. He's got the fastest of anyone in Sector 2. Matching that purple livery.
Actually there.
Yeah, he does.
Not livery on that Sauber, I must admit, I do like that. Same with every driver, to be fair, they've all done a great job with their liveries.
Yeah, fantastic liveries. Right, here we go, around the final hairpin.
Nicely
Straight
done
on
there.
the throttle into DRS now. Keeping to
Just
the
picked
left.
up a gear as well as he got down there. Yeah, he does.
Oh, pole! Incredible.
He does take pole.
Done to TTM Sam. It's no longer Samabam, which that graphic does need to get changed, as he has joined the TTM gang and has changed his gamer tag. So yeah, big up Sam.
Yeah, shout out to that man. Big up Sam.
Monty's had to overtake a few AIs there. Obviously the AIs have finished their race, so that wasn't actually anyone getting in the way of him.
Fortunately, he's managed to get out before the time ended though, so obviously we know the problem with Cody, who will be able. He's on an outlap though, Tez. So, he will be able to set a flyer though, because we know the problem with the Cody's glitch, that you can be able to cross the line, even though
there's
probably
about
20 seconds left.
It's 40 seconds left though.
I still think he'll be able to put it off, Tez. As I said, we know what Codemasters are like.
Let's see. Stick with him.
See, look, that's what you love to see. That is, there's respect from each other on the track. Jet Atom in the chat says good lap, Sam. That's what you like to see from the drivers.
That's great. That
giving each other respect. Right down,
a long way since round one. See if
mate.
Monty can put a lap in.
Yeah, here he goes. See,
told
you can be able to get it in.
Here we go.
Slight lock up. Just keeps it in line.
He's keeping it tidy though. All within
giving it everything. He's getting full send for this, isn't he? He's going to want to try and steal that pole off of Sam and take away that.
Into the inside there. Collects the apex perfect there. Runs wide onto the curb, as much run off as he can. Full power now through here onto that straight. If you lose much time there, you'll really struggle on the straight. You lose a lot.
Oh, you do, big time.
See how he does through the chicane though. Uses all the track on the outside, clips the apex perfect.
Uses all the curb as well.
And again,
perfectly taken through there.
He's looking
picks up
like
a gear to stop the wheel spin.
Flat out through this long right-hander, and he can't finish. That's it.
No, he can't finish. No, that's strange. It's very strange that. It just, yeah, he's not happy about that at all. He was obviously feeling that Black Monty, and yeah, his car got stolen off of him because of the timing ending. That's a shame.
So Sam is on pole from Jet Atom, from Monty, from Niag, from Lewis, from Kung Fu Powton, from F1 High Rise Gooders in 8th place with LNB in 9th. Mad Chazza rounds up the top 10. Coles in P11 from Joa, from Vivid Pup, Teapot in 14th, and we have Joey in 15th with Wong Don in 16th. So that is your starting grid. And we
it's a big shame that for Wong Dong. Big shame.
26 viewers in the chat right now, guys. That is a new record. So big up, every single one of you. Let's try and get that to 30. And we've also even got 5 subs already this stream. So yeah, big movement so far from this stream, guys. So thank you very much. We're now going to play the intro very quickly, guys. So here is the intro.
around the outside, and Sam does it. What a move!
Oh no, look at Jerry! Oh, out of nowhere!
Oh my gosh, and we have a battle for the lead, and Pickles has done it. I was so wrong. And there's a change for the lead.
2, 3, 4, 5 lights
5
on the
red.
grid.
And we're away
Away we
here
go.
in front. Lewis already gets a time penalty for jumping the start. But so far looks so good. Let's see if they can make it through turn 1 safe. We have one of the Citroen fast cars go right up the inside. They're using...
Oh, Jesus Christ, we've got a car upside down.
Oh my god!
That is upside down.
That is crazy. I think that was Cole's. Literally, what
mental.
was that? I've never seen that before.
Never ever seen that. That is mental.
See what they're looking up the inside. Vivid Pup gets a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, for gaining a place with corner cutting.
Yeah, that was.
Gained
I
the
saw
place
that
and
corner cut.
didn't
That
give
was
it
on
back.
turn 1. That was a massive corner cut.
So Kung Fu Patton's managed to gain a place and jump Monty. He's moved himself up into P3. Top 2 have stayed how they are for the minute, but I think Jam might have a little look down the inside of Sam. Thinks better of it in the rain. Good choice in the end there. Quite a
Oh,
clean start,
Sam!
to be fair, in the rain.
Sam goes wide, and that allows Jet through. Now Kung Fu Pouton's on the back of Sam, because Sam gets a really bad exit there, and that's allowed the Citroen Seren Porsche driver to really gain an advantage. But now he's actually under threat from Monty. A Jet Atom, I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like he had a little bit of trouble there too. So the drivers are really struggling for grip right now, and we have the battle for first is 4 drivers right now, really close together.
Tank slapper on there for Monty, and he loses out at time, and he was right on the back of the front 3 as well. Yeah, you're right, Chizu. DZ, sorry. It was Coles who was upside down. Don't know how it happened, Chizu. I haven't got an absolute clue at all. I don't know how that happened.
I've not seen that before.
Never seen that before.
Not unless someone's like literally got full pelt into a barrier, but
Yeah.
I've not seen that on a race start before though. That's crazy. But anyways, we have Atom leaving from Sam, from Powelton, from Monty, from Gooders, from High Rise, from Niag, from Joa, from Fekir, from Joey, from LOB, from Chazza, from Coles, from Teapot, from Wongdong, from Lewis Johnson.
He's come into the pits already, but it doesn't look like he changed his wing though, which is quite surprising. And just looked like he threw on another set of intermediates. So unless he started on wets actually, to be fair, and thought that was the way to go with the heavy rain, and realised that everyone else has gone on intermediates.
Chaz looking up the inside, can't quite make it work, looking around the outside. LMB can make the switch back. No, he doesn't. He looks around the whole way around the outside, and he's actually gone off the track a little bit. Him and LMB have gone literally wheel to wheel. Now Chaz looks up the inside in that Bugatti
Speaking
car.
of, Sam and Jet Helm are going at it again down the main straight.
Sam up the
Let's
inside.
go around the outside. Looks for the cut back.
Switch back. Can't quite make it work. Monty's
Yeah,
got
no,
past.
he plants his car nicely there.
Monty's got
Yeah,
past.
Monty's
Come
past.
through.
Yep, moved himself up. The only classical Cassandra driver that we've got at the minute, as we're looking obviously for a teammate for him.
So the top
They
4
were
have
looking-
really pulled away from the rest of the field already.
Oh, yeah,
and
they
we're
have.
only on lap 2. Time penalty for Lewis Johnson. That is 3 seconds in the bag already. As Monty's all over the back of Jet Atom now. As Sam is going to try and let these guys battle and try and gain a little bit of a lead. But don't think it's going to be that easy.
A yellow
These
flag in
guys
sector
very
3.
fast.
Not quite sure what happened there. Try and stick towards the back of the grid here for you, Tez, as obviously there is a nice battle out in
yeah,
front
sure.
there in the top 4.
Cheers, Hayes. Oh, Monty looks up the inside now. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. He's already made the move before turn 1, and he's ahead of Jet Atom. That moves Monty up into 2nd place.
Very
and now
nice.
Sam is next on his list.
I think we're going to see a lot of penalties here potentially though, Tez, because in the wet obviously it's so easy to go over them white lines and exceed them track limits just by trying to carry a bit too much speed.
And we know how easy it is to pick up corner cutting penalties at this track anyway,
Yes.
regardless of the rain. So,
I mean, it's good to see though. We haven't seen many Sebastian Vettel moments though. I thought we've seen quite a few spins here, but we haven't seen any at all really, to be honest. Obviously, we had that first corner incident where, yeah, a bit of an unbelievable death moment, where we see a car actually flip and go on its side.
yeah, that was quite crazy.
I think Monty's got damage.
at. High rise a little bit further back. Looks like
T-Box left the session.
No way. Double Sheeman.
I think Ronnie's got. Looking at it though, it doesn't look like he actually has any damage to his wing because he's gone in the chat. Even though yet again he's rating, he's in the chat saying damage. So yeah, I'm not sure how he does it. But looking at the car, he doesn't seem to have any wing damage from the looks of it. Obviously, I could be wrong. He's the one driving the car, not me. At least front three now. Kung Fu Patton seems to be dropping back a little bit from this front three.
Monty all over the gearbox of Sam now. T-Pox managed to rejoin, so he'll be pretty chuffed with that.
Jet Atom is all over the back of Monty as well, though. It's a great battle up at the front here.
This is great.
Monty's got a run on Sam. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he thinks better of it.
This time.
Teapot over the back of Watlon, who's unfortunately disconnected again. He's obviously had real problems with connection today. That's a real shame.
I couldn't imagine what's going on right now with Teapot. Imagine there'd be a lot of swearing and a lot of raging right now.
Yep. Watch your profanity. I've lost all my interval times. Thanks, Code Mark. Masters, very kind of you.
Whoever's watching
So
was Monty's looking up the inside now of Sam, and that is Monty into the lead of the French Grand Prix. And he makes a stick in the classical Cassandra car. Very nicely done there by Monty, but Sam is all over the gearbox and Jet's Atom is all over the back of Sam. So I think anything could happen at this stage. Sam gets a bit of oversteer there. Nearly loses it a little bit.
Jet Atom obviously didn't get a best exit there either, as he seems to have dropped quite a bit back now from Sam. Almost gets a bit out of shape there as well. Manages to keep hold of it. Slight tank slapper on, but does well to keep it under control.
Oh, a bit more oversteer.
Times, please.
It's a great battle for the lead here in the Tier 3 Championship. Round 5 here at the Paul Ricard circuit here in France. Treacherous conditions. Not sure if we're going to see any better weather later on. Don't know what our little radar can say. Doesn't look good, to be honest. Is not looking good. I think it's going to be quite a wet session.
I think over the next lap or two we might see a little battle going on for 5th position. As we've got Niag, Gooders, Joa and F1 High Rise as well, all getting quite close together now, battling it out for P5 as Joa actually goes down the inside, Gooders into turn 1, gets some move done before the turn itself, very nicely done. Gets a little bit out of shape though on the exit, but still manages to keep ahead and moves himself up into P6. Nice move from the opaque Aston Martin driver.
Battle for the lead is still on. Monty's made a few car lengths gap on Sam, but Sam hasn't managed to shake Jet's Atom off just yet.
No, he's keeping with him. Obviously he's giving no DRS down the straights. Just goes really wide just before the straight itself there. This is all going to be down to keeping your ERS and how much you've got in reserve for the straights, because obviously that is going to be basically your DRS for the moment until we potentially see some see the track dry up a bit and the rain disappear, if we do. Gooders gets a little bit out of shape then again. Looks to invite High Rise in, but he goes quite wide because of the dirty air. Picks up a 3-second time penalty for exceeding the track limits.
So we've got a battle going on for 10th place as well. Joey's currently leading that battle, but he does have Coles, Chazza and LMB, I think, all chasing him now.
Yep. LMB is currently sitting in 11th.
Coles
obviously
wide.
just behind him.
Chazza's looking up the inside, can't quite make it work in that Bugatti. Coles losing a little bit of shape though on the exit.
Monty's just
And
put
wow,
the
look how
fastest lap
wide.
in and
Who's that? That's Joey. Joey's gone super wide. Joey's actually just completely missed. Oh,
yeah, 10
I caught
10-second
that.
penalty for that as well.
And he took out LMB with him. That was really bad.
Oh no,
That was really
I want to
bad.
see that.
I saw it happen. I didn't quickly switch to it in time. I literally saw
Cole's
it
going
happen.
down the outside of Chazza into turn 1. He'll be a bit frightened after the first incident on the first lap. Backs out of it and lets Chazza go.
Looks like High Rise
Gaps opening
is
up,
all
but-
over the back of Gooders right now. Looks like the front runners are still super close to each other. They're not shaking each other off.
No, not at all. Sam actually has closed the gap a little bit to Monty, as he had about a 1.3 second gap, and now it's down to about 7/10 now.
DC, I missed it too. I didn't quite catch it on my screen, unfortunately. I saw it happening, but I didn't quickly switch to the camera in time.
Yeah, and thank you for reminding us. We do have the instant replay button. Obviously, Ted.
I was thinking of that, but I remember like a couple laps ago. So I'm trying to find.
We need to
something
get
good.
involved in that. Give
Yeah.
the viewers that nice little graphic that we've got. Shame, obviously, we couldn't show them the whole intro as well that Shifty made, because it is an absolute belter of an intro.
Yeah, I did have a bit of a stinker there, to be honest.
Real life F1 would be jealous of that.
No, Ewan, that was not ideal for NMB at all.
No, completely agree. Not what we want to see. We've got High Rise back on the gearbox of Gooders, going for P7. It's a much better exit out of the last corner. We're going to go down the outside or the inside?
Wheel to
Off
wheel
to
around
the outside.
Outside he goes. Oh, and Gooders actually backs off and lets him through. That's fair play there. Didn't give up much
fair
of a
play,
fight.
nice
I
bit of
think.
respect there.
I think if he went too wheel to wheel, I think that could have caused some slipping and sliding. So
Yeah, sure.
that
I
was a
think you may
smart
have
move.
obviously seen the incident with his teammate as well, and thought, oh, I don't fancy that myself either.
No fancy sliding on my helmet.
Oh no. Yeah, we feel for you, Wong Dog. He's trying to finally join. He's had some real issues, which is a big shame. Big shame. We don't like to see it. It's unfortunate when that happens. It's an absolute pain. Mad shout out to the 28 followers that we've got at a minute with us now. That is
Have
a
we?
new record for TT
Is it
Motorsport.
28? I see 24 man.
Mad
That's crazy,
shout out.
guys. Come on. Jeez. That's great to see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Very entertaining race here so far for the Tier 3
Getting
Championship.
really close now to Monty for P1. We've been about 3/10 of him now. It's getting really close to the gearbox of him, but that 30 is going to be horrible for him to follow in this rain as well. As you can see, he is struggling to obviously stay that close to him. Jet Am is
Mikey
now
is
closing
now
in on Sam
following.
as well.
Thank you for following, Mikey.
Shout out to the full.
I wish I set that thing up better. I haven't set it up properly. But oh
That's
well.
all right, mate.
I really appreciate all the follows and subscribers so far today.
I'm sure we'll have it sorted out for the next stream though, Tez.
AceWatch is now hosting my stream with 1 viewers. Thank you, AceWatch, for forwarding on our stream. Now we have a
Respect for that.
battle on once again for first place. These three drivers have bunched each other up, so I'm not sure if that's Monty maybe slowing down, allowing Sam and Jet to catch up, or if there's another reason behind it, or if they've just found a little bit of pace into lap 8 of this Grand Prix.
Niag looks to be closing in on Kung Fu Pattern as well, so we're going to see a little battle here for 4th place between the Serra and Porsche and the Citroën Monet Paris. Ho ho ho.
30 viewers at the moment. That's a big dub.
Oh
That is-
wow.
this is
Those
crazy,
massive
guys.
dubs.
Jeez, oh, mate, this is mad.
Mad love and respect to everyone.
Tier 3, all the Tier 3 races at the moment seem to really be popping. That is the most watched streams, to be fair. So these guys must have a lot of friends, families, fans, all sorts watching. They might even all be having the stream on in the background whilst they're racing as well. So that is
Yep.
really bumping up their numbers right now. So thank you very much to the Tier 3 drivers for encouraging the stream. More
Shout out
views.
to any mums, dads and nans that are watching,
And the dogs too, can't fit them.
and the dogs.
Oh, Monty gets a little bit of oversteer there. He almost loses it, but he corrects it just in time. Jet's dropped off a little bit from Sam, but Sam is probably about 4 or 5 car lengths behind Monty.
Still sticking with Niag at the moment. He's not letting Kung Fu Pattern go, so he does want this P4.
Do let me know if they're about to make a bit of a battle. I will quickly zoom onto them.
It just seems that the Serra and Porsche manages to get a slight better exit than the Citroën Monet Paris car coming out of the exit of the turns, and that's what's keeping Kung Fu Pattern ahead by the looks of it. As Niag looks to be slightly better on the brakes, but yeah, going out of the corners, he just seems to be able to get a little bit more traction. They just come around the right hand and now before the straight. I think we might see a move here. He's closing in. He's closing in and in. He is going to make a move down the inside. He goes. Side by side.
Make it stick?
He does, but does he come back at him, Kung Fu Pound? No, he places his car perfectly there. Very nicely done. But does he go down the outside? Yes, he does.
Back. Proper battle. Here we go.
Surprisingly, Kung Fu Pound's got a lot of ERS in reserve and just decided not to use it and try and battle for that position. He's just decided to just give it up for now.
Does the rain look like it's been a little bit lighter now? I don't think it's as heavy as what it was to start with. What do you think? Or is that a really bad observation for me?
No, for me it does look like it seems to be lightening up a little bit, and the track doesn't look to be as wet as it was from the start, as we're now 9 laps in out of the 27.
So that is...
You see someone in the pits, Kung Fu Pound's come in.
Yeah, Patton's in.
Now obviously he's definitely going to go for another set of intermediates. I don't think he's going to decide a word. Just to say that actually, DRS has just been enabled.
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting, because it is still raining. So
yeah, I think that's
an interesting call there.
A little bit of a glitch, I think. But we have Kung Fu Patton to put out the medium, so he's the first driver to gamble it all and come out on them medium tyres.
I want to be happy because he's still over a second ahead of Sam in a minute, so Sam won't have DRS down the straight. And obviously you would have seen that DRS is now enabled, so he'll be looking to keep that at over a second now.
So let's now go on board with Chazza and see the difference between the intermediate tyres and the medium tyres from Kung Fu Patton just ahead. See what the gap is like after these few corners. It looks like, to be fair, the intermediate drivers are really struggling, but that is because they're 10 lap old. So could the mediums be the right tyres to go on right now? I'm not sure. I'm not confident of it. But I think within a couple
personally,
laps...
for me, Ted, I think it still looks like it's intermediate out there on the track. Doesn't look like it's ready to make the switch over to the dry tyres, to be fair.
No. But I mean, I'm on board with Kung Fu Patton now, and he does seem to be sticking to the track pretty well, to be honest. Let's see how he goes through here. Let's see if he lets off.
I mean, obviously, naturally, where we've got 16 on the track, obviously, where they're all using the driving line, obviously, that will be drying it out much quicker than anywhere else on the track. As you can see, actually going down the straight with Wongdong.
Chazza! Chazza's out!
Oh, Chazza's retired!
No way! Our most consistent driver here in the Tier 3 Championship is retired. I don't know.
Safety car.
So that is going to allow the drivers like Jet Atom. Jet Atom's just come in, and we're seeing a hell of a lot of drivers come in now. Everyone's coming in. Everyone's reacting to this safety car.
I mean,
wow, what's happened to Chazza?
To be fair,
I have no idea. He's left the session. What a shame. So is Monty. Monty's left as well. Shame.
Oh no. It's not ideal as well. He'll be wanting to get in as quickly as he can because obviously now the safety car's out. It's a free pit stop for all of the runners who haven't already stopped. This is basically a free pit stop for them. And so obviously they're going to have to catch up to the safety car, which is currently just sitting after turn 2. So yeah, for the front runners, this will be a free pit stop.
So Monty still leads. Obviously, he's not actually here right now, but luckily no one can overtake him because it is a safety car. He is on the intermediate tyres though, which isn't really ideal for him. He's going to want to.
This is what I mean, no. And unfortunately, they won't pull him in on their own.
He just said he's not even going to bother trying to join back. He'll have FPS glitch. GG's. Such a shame, Monty. It would be nice if you possibly tried, or you never know, that FPS glitch may not happen.
Yeah, you might be lucky, mate, or it might disappear as Sam had it, I think, when he was doing a race the other day. Just a bit of fun. And he joined that FPS glitch and then it just disappeared.
So Monty and Sam have both come into the pits now. Monty gets put on the...
Softs.
Oh! What has happened? Who's this? This is... Wongdon. So Wongdon's like hitting the wall. He's going straight through the track. He's going straight on. Oh my gosh, what has happened to Wongdon?
It's Monty in the pits.
Wongdon, I think he's lost steering. He's just going straight. He's hitting everything. Look at him. Oh no, don't take out the Porsche.
At least
don't take the Porsche out.
At least you...
Oh, he's going to go straight on. He's going to... How's he not lost the wheel? How has he not lost the wheel? What has happened to Wongdon?
I don't think he's also retired from the race.
Oh, what a shame. They're dropping like flies,
that'll be why. So we see Sam jump Monty in the pits, and the reason why is because he had yellow damage. Monty, you'll be glad to know that you had they fixed that for you and brought you in and put you onto a set of dry tyres. Might not have been the ones you wanted to go onto, but you'll be lucky to know that Sam also went for the softs, as your AI who decided to put you on softs. As he is back. Monty is back. Do you have the SPS glitch, yes or no? Let us know in the chat. I know you can text and drive, even though you shouldn't. Yep, oof. That is a rip.
You just said FPS glitch, I don't know how long ago you said that though.
Literally put it up, mate. Well, for you it would have been... Oh no, he's gone again. Oh no. It's a big shame. Yeah, GG my friend, GG. That is a big shame. I think you could have potentially had a win here, to be fair. You seem to look very quick round here.
I'm sure that'll make him feel a lot better, Hayes. Oh, it's such a shame though. I just wish Codemasters really would sort out the
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's annoying because it can only happen every now and again. Obviously, we have seen it in the race before. The same with some others, but yeah, when Codemasters decide that they want to have a bit of fun, they have some serious fun and mess everything up. Kung Fu Powton picks up a 5-second penalty, severe collision with Niag. He was obviously getting a bit too close behind the safety car. Monty, for some reason, picks up a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags, even though obviously he's not there. So that's an interesting one that the AI has managed to pick that penalty up for him.
Although I only dropped the bottle, that would have been absolutely catastrophic.
That would have been catastrophic. Yep, 100%. I mean, still always does say that you love dropping beer.
Normally it's cans, but it's bottles would be a lot more of a problem.
Oh yeah, no, that's a big problem.
T-Pot's got 3-second time penalty under the safety car. Not ideal, buddy. But still doing well, still going strong. T-Pot is currently sitting in 13th place. So, happy day.
Kung Fu Powton's in the pits, and so is Fakir.
How has LMB just set the fastest lap under a safety car?
Yeah, I'm quite sure about that one, Tez. Well, obviously, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. Because even in the dry now and under the safety car, there's no way they'd be going quicker than you would be in
Or maybe if they're catching up, I don't know.
It's a strange one, though, because he doesn't look like it, because obviously he is with the pack. So, yeah, strange one, that.
So now we've seen all the drivers bunch up. Once again, these drivers know that they shouldn't be too close to each other, obviously because it's easy to pick up 5-second penalties. 5-second penalties will be reverted to the other driver if you are to hit them. So let's see if these drivers can follow each other without hitting each other.
We did have that with two drivers, as Kung Fu Powton had to serve the 5-second penalty when he came into the pits, unfortunately. And that was with a severe collision with somebody. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but I did see it come up at the bottom of the screen.
It could have been with him, it could have been with someone else. It doesn't... I mean, it's really random. Sometimes they give you the penalty, sometimes they give the other driver a penalty. So it's whatever Codemasters fancy at the time, to be honest.
So far, Joe is having a great race in a minute. He's up 7 positions up into P5, so he's having quite a good race. Everyone else is just pretty much up 1 position. Joey's up 6 as well. Obviously Sam has stayed where he is, and so has Niag. Monty and Jet have obviously switched places, but I think after the restart we'll see that change, as obviously Monty is not here, as the safety car is in this lap. Lewis Johnson's lost out on 9, and so has Powton, so it's not been the best of races for the Seren Porsches. It's obviously where they started, I think P4 and P5, was it?
Thank you, Abdallah, for now following the TTM official Twitch account. We are now about to go underway once again. Let's see how Sam launches.
I think he'll wait until he literally gets around the last corner, and then I think he'll floor it.
Be interesting though, because he's going to get a really good start here, obviously, because Monty's in second, right? But yeah, Monty's obviously AI is going to be at 60, so Monty's AI is actually going to slow down the likes of Jet, Atom, and drivers behind. So See how Sam launches here. Jets Atom's all over the ghosted car.
Yeah, he does exactly what I thought he would do, Sam. As soon as he gets that car straight, he's just nailed it and he sends
gone.
it.
So Jets actually passed. Jets had an absolute nightmare. Jets passed the ghosted car.
I think Niag did as well, and so did Joa, but Joa's now actually gone down the inside of Jet and making P3, and goes back at it around the outside and keeps old P3 for the minute.
Thank you there, Lundy, donating to the TTM Twitch. That was the very one and only Pierre Gasly screaming there as he's celebrating the donation that you guys have given. So thank you very much there, Lundy, the one and only Mr. TTM. Sorry if for any headphone users there, that may have deafened you all. But yeah, my apologies. Now we have another
going down the outside.
Yeah,
Niag.
I'm watching that right now, Hayes.
Niag breaks early, he knows it's not really worth fighting that one. I think he knows that Jet Atom's got more pace than him, so he'll just be trying to look on and hold on to P3 and keep Joa and the rest of them at bay. Joa's actually getting quite close to Niag now. I mean, that restart was a bit interesting one though, Tez, because it did look like obviously Jet, Niag and Joa all jumped Monty's AI before the green flag actually came down. I mean, I did see Jet slow down a little bit. I did see them all slow, but they were still ahead before the start, so that is an interesting one. Marzo wants to know in the chat, how do you donate?
Lundy, if you could explain in the chat, because I have no idea. Lundy's just been in the background doing some donation work. As if Joa almost looking up the inside of Niag, and Niag goes really wide, but that allows now Joa to be all over the gearbox now. The Citroen Money, Paddy's driver. Let's see what he does. Going down into turn 1, does he go left? Does he go right? He goes right. He's on the outside.
The back of him though.
Wheel to wheel, look at that move, what a move, and now the Citroen Money Powers on the outside, Niag goes wide, High Rise makes full advantage of that, and that's Joa up into P3, what a move by Joa. High Rise are looking all over Joa, so this is a big battle here for third. High Rise is all over Joa now. Could High Rise make 2 positions in a lap? Stay with us and find out. As High Rise goes wide, gets in the dirty air of Joa, it's all happening now.
Dave says thank you for the Pierre Gasly thing, as it's ruined his car speakers apparently.
Sorry about that, Dave. I might turn it down a little bit more because that was very loud.
Was it the Pierre Gasly podium thing in where was it?
P2 Brazil 2019.
Yeah. Oh, that was brilliant. That's priceless.
Right, so what are the front runners looking like? We've currently got Jets Atom second, Sam leading, 3 seconds.
Nice 3 second gap.
I'm going to stick though with this P3 battle because this looks really, really juicy. We currently have the opaque Aston Martin driver, as well as the Avas Ascari and the Citroen Money Paddy team, all battling for that 3rd position. Obviously, Joa got past Niag initially. But High Rise actually capitalised on that mistake from Niag running wide, so he's moved up to P4. But now we enter the DRS zone. Anything could happen once again. We're about to start lap number 16 here in the French Grand Prix. Niag's dropped back a little bit, but High Rise seems to be all over the gearbox still of that Aston Martin car.
I mean, Niag's got a bit more ERS in reserve, so he decided not to use it down the home straight, unlike the 2 in front of him. So he's obviously looking to try and catch up in these these few corners before the DRS straight, and obviously stay within DRS range, which he has done. So he'll get a nice double toe for the pair of them here.
Joa goes defensive, tries to break that toe from the AVAX Ascari driver.
Though. Great exit.
High Rise is really sending it now. Coming into that really tight chicane now. So you got to remember, High Rise is on the soft. Oh, High Rise makes a little bit of a mistake there, and that's really cost him. Joa's out on the mediums.
Negan. Oh, is he now? There he is, and so is Niag as well, actually, to be fair. So obviously I don't think the...
side by side, we've got the...
TTM, Sam, Jet and High Rise are all on softs. Everybody else is on mediums, apart from Joey, who decided to go for the hard, so he'll probably go to the end of the race on them, to be fair. So that might benefit him later on when everybody else comes in and makes a pit stop. So I'm not sure even if the mediums will last to the end.
No, Niag all over the back of High Rise. Now come around the final hairpin of this circuit. Let's see how Niag gets an exit into the DRS.
Yeah,
High
no
Rise doesn't
DRS
actually
for
get
High-Rise.
DRS. High Rise
No.
doesn't actually get DRS, so he's just missed out there. Gooders has left the session. That is a right
It's a shame. He was starting to close in on Kung Fu Powton in P6. It's a big shame.
Is High Rise struggling on them softs, or is he just making a few mistakes? It's hard to tell right now. Can you see how many lap
They are
old High Rise's
6 lap
tyres
olds.
are?
Yeah,
6
six
lap
laps
old. So
old.
they might be starting to be a little bit worse for wear now. Medium runners will be on the better tyre at the moment. As Joa is in third. He's on the mediums, I believe. And High Rise is now dropping back from Joa a little bit, but it's allowing Niag to really put some pressure onto the AVAX Scary driver.
Dura is on mediums. Just High Rise out of this battle here around for P3 and for P4 in a minute. And well, actually, no, P3 is still sort of staying with Joa. But yeah, he's the only one on the softs. I think within the next sort of 3-4 laps, we could see High Rise come in and pit. I don't think you're going to be able to stretch him any longer than 10 laps without losing serious time, or potentially make slight mistake and spinning due to the fact that your tyres are just going to be absolutely gone.
Oh, High Rise goes really wide there.
Does manages to keep hold of it though.
Yeah, he does. He does that very well, to be fair. Yeah, them softs are really deteriorating now, and you can really see Avax Sky driver really struggling for grip. When does he come in? Not this lap. Niag's all over the gearbox now, but he seems to really catch up in sector 3, and then High Rise managed to pull a little bit of a gap through sector 1 and 2. But this is where we could see an overtake. Overtake in use, DRS in use. I'm sure he's in rich fuel mood as well. Looks up the inside.
Yeah, he
doesn't even defend. High Rise allows Niag through, and yeah, that's Niag back up into P4.
I think that's sensible from High Rise. I think he knows that he's starting to feel them tyres a little bit, and he knows it's not really worth defending and losing even more time than he probably already is. So he just decides to let him go instead, and he'll just be hoping to stay within DRS range coming down the straight, just to give him a little bit of a tow.
We see Powton just behind as well. He seems to be catching up. What tyre is Powton on? Let's have a look. He's on the mediums too.
He's on mediums, 5 lap old.
Mediums probably are the ideal tyre. You probably go medium. What lap are we on?
Medium soft.
Medium soft, yeah. Be medium soft.
It's either medium soft, or you do what Joey does and you go for the hard. But obviously the problem you've got with that is you can't really push too much, because you're going to be trying to eke them out until the end of the race. You're going to have to really manage them tyres. So that's what the Bugatti driver will be looking to do, is just try and eke them out as long as you can and not push too much to lose grip come the end of the race. I'm not sure what's the gap between the top 2 at the minute. It says it's the front 3 on my screen. I've lost the interval times for, but I've got the rest of them.
Seems about 2 seconds or so. Oh no, it's about half a second now, yeah.
Half a second?
It says on my screen, no, it's 1.3 seconds now.
So he's really closed in, because he was obviously 3.2 behind him last time I saw about 4 laps ago.
See those soft tyres. Jet's got between 50 to 60% on his tyres now, so the softs are really starting to go. But he doesn't really seem to be dropping back from Sam. Sam's on the softs as well. So it'll be interesting to see when these guys pit, because we'll have the medium runners staying out a little bit longer, but they'll be on the reversed strategy. So they'll be going soft medium, they'll be going medium soft. So it'll all be to play for towards the end. As the medium runners currently will be on the faster, softer tyres at the end, but these guys have got to push as hard as they can now. As Jet Ams almost hits Sam, and he does hit Sam a little bit then.
Slight little nudge if they come on Sam. The problem he's got though is he's used all of his ERS. He's only got about 5% left, and Sam's just got a little bit more, just under 20%.
Yeah.
So Jet Am has given everything to get close to Sam, but giving himself nothing in reserve to actually get the overtake done. So
Sam is really wide.
Try to stay with him now and just recover some of that ERS to then use down the straight as well as his DRS.
Well, now you're in DRS range. I mean, you want to save that overtake. You've already on the.
Yeah,
you've already
sure.
got the.
He's not doing it though.
No, he's not.
He's using a little bit there as well, which is a very interesting move. You thought you would have saved that for the straight itself to try and get the move down at turn 1. So he gives him another nudge.
He's all over him now.
Problem is though, where he keeps giving Sam nudges, it's going to be throwing Sam off of his driving line.
Joe is in.
Which isn't ideal. Joe's in. Now that's interesting, because obviously he's on mediums and he's only 8 lap old mediums, so that's an interesting call.
I think he wants a soft straight away, I guess. 7
yeah,
laps
he's
left.
Straight to softs.
Yeah. So could you have done soft? Maybe the soft will jams up the
Jam
inside.
it down the
Oh,
inside.
almost contact. They've made contact.
Optimistic.
Oh my gosh, that was a really,
Very
really.
optimistic.
That could have paid off, but that horse could have gone a lot worse. But now he's in the slipstream. It was on the inside now of the NW Sam driver. But remember, Sam has got more overtake, so this may help him. Although Jet has got DRS. Jet's up the inside, and that's a switch for the lead. And we will replay that one. And I've just realised the halo's on the screen the whole time. Oh dear. And that's it. We'll play that again anyway, guys.
Yeah, he's.
that was an
Daisy
absolute
wants to know
nightmare.
why does Lundy's donation keep flying across the screen? As I do, seeing that volume across the top there. I don't know how you obviously change that. We'll have to probably figure that one out, Daisy. To be fair, mate.
I think
Obviously,
if more
just
donate, it
donation.
shows more names. It just keeps them on there, so they're not forgotten about. But
I see.
maybe we can.
Yeah,
change
something
that
we'll
a
have to
little
work on that, Daisy. Obviously, we're new to this donation stuff. Because obviously, we had no intention of obviously really putting it on. To be fair, but everyone was suggesting and asking us to do so, so we did.
bit. Yeah, that's right.
And we're more than grateful for every donation so far we've given and every subscription.
I can see if I can make it a little bit smaller. Can I do that from here?
I sort of feel a bit fear for Sam because it's obviously he got quite a few nudges from Jet before he actually got his move done, which, as I said, would have thrown Sam completely off of his line anyway.
Speaking of
And
Jet,
then,
he's picked up a 3-second penalty.
His optimistic move and gave Sam a good nudge as well, obviously before he got the overtake done down the straight. So yeah, it's a very interesting one from Jet in my eyes. It's the problem he sometimes gets though. He gets a little bit too eager and a bit too excited and just needs to calm himself down and use his experience a bit more and just wait for the right moment. But they're both doing quite well, to be fair. 10 and 9 lap old softs, the front two runners. Surprisingly eking them out, so they may be even trying to go to the end on them, which would be quite impressive, to be fair. But could really hinder him because obviously Nick's on 10 lap old mediums. But you might be able to close the gap in come the end because them softs will really be screaming in pain to just take me off, take me off. What's the what are their times at the minute, Tess? Front two runners?
Front two runners, I reckon.
I mean, they've got to be as well. Just to
70%
say that
at
actually,
least.
Jet comes into the pits. Jet does dive into the pits. Sam opts to stay out for an extra lap.
I'm fine with who they are. I'm struggling to find Jet, Atom, Niag, no. Sam. Here we are.
Jet's in the pits.
Okay, so his front left's red, but it says it's on 29%. I don't get that. No, that doesn't
No,
really make sense. I
interesting
don't
one.
think that's right, to be honest. But yeah, not sure. We'll ignore that. I don't think that's right. Right. See.
Got a shout out for Joe in the chat again.
Yeah,
Just
there's some
Ross.
big Joa fans here, and Joa is doing very well.
He's had a good race, to be fair.
T-Pot gets 5-second penalty there for speeding in the pit. Super
He's
unfortunate.
moved himself up 3 places, Joe. He's done well. Be back in 2 seconds, Des.
No problemo. Let's have a little look. So Joe has done a free stopper as well. So Joe's on a really good race, and he's done 3 stops as well. So that is pretty impressive. He's going to try and. He could have probably made the mediums. Well, no, I don't think he could have made the mediums last. I mean, I've been asking for a lot, but I mean, it was quite possible. But he would have been really struggling at the end, which is why he's on the softs. He thinks maybe he can get the softs on 7 laps to make up some more time. Currently it's sitting in P6 though. Jet Acid down in P8. So, oh, he's actually currently battling side by side now with Joey in the Bugatti. We have a Jet Atom in a Neon Cosworth around the outside does the Bugatti driver, and that is Jet Atom up into P7. So the hunt is truly on now. Joa is next ahead of him. No, it's not. It says, something's not right there. Oh, okay, because we've got pit stop, of course.
Apologies for that.
No problem.
Could not
Now
wait longer.
Now we've got Jet Atom and... Well, Jet Atom's just made a move on Joey, and now we have Jet Atom closing in on Lewis Johnson. Really fast, really catching him now. So
yeah, well then Lewis Johnson's got 13 lap old mediums on, and obviously he's only got a lap old softs on Jet Atom, so obviously younger, fresher tyres, and obviously the grippier compounds as well to go with.
Here we go, up the inside now into DRS on the
Easy
softs.
move, that.
Easy move into P5.
Breezes past. I think someone's going to go to the end here. I think what his plan is here is where he see Jet go into the pits. He's obviously thought to himself, right, I'm just going to try and eke these out now to the end, just not push as much as normal. Just hope that I can keep that 20-second gap, I think it is, to Jet. Obviously Jet is low fuel now, car's a lot lighter, got a lot of grip. I think he's just going to really push and fully send now. I probably missed it as well. I had to just quickly disappear there, unfortunately. But he's probably got the fastest lap as well.
Jet Atom has got the fastest lap at the moment. We've got another. Got Lundy again with that pound donation. Thank you very much, Lundy.
Are you sure it
Lundy's
was another
name.
one, or is it just the same one?
Oh no, it's another one
for the whole race.
We've now got Lundy's name twice on top of the screen.
Oh, not. Why not? Shout out, man, Lundy. Big man, Lundy.
Big man Lundy.
Big man, Lundy. He's on big
now
man teams.
we have Jet Atom and LMB. Yeah. So LMB is next on Jet Atom's list. LMB runs wide. Jet Atom capitalised on it. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward overtake.
Yeah, he's going to go for a switchback down the inside. There he goes.
Up the inside, into DRS as well.
Same as last lap.
That is him up into another position.
He's got about 11 seconds, maybe just 12 seconds to catch up to Sam in 3 laps.
He's really got to push now. Can Sam fend off
could
the
potentially
win?
do it.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the last lap.
They're 12 lap old now, 12 laps old, them softs. So they must be really nearing the edges. There's drops of rain now coming down.
Oh.
Drops of rain. Sam will not be liking this one bit at all.
So Lundy has just confirmed in the chat that you guys can donate now if you wish to. Obviously, it's never expected by any of you. A lot of you have subscribed today, which is absolutely incredible, like really, really mental. As we now have a big battle here with Joa and Joey. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, there should be a button below where you guys can donate now if you wish to. But yeah, like I said, it's never expected, but it is hugely appreciated, and all the money and donations and subscription money will all go towards the awards at the end of the season. And Joey looks on the outside because really last minute choice there of switching sides. Side by side now, the Aston Martin and the Bugatti, and that is the Aston Martin up another position into
unfortunately
P7.
picks up a 3-second penalty from doing so, though.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the penalties. I think Jet Atom has picked up maybe a couple. Can't remember how many Sam's picked up off the top of my head.
I don't think he's picked up 2. I think he's only picked up about 2 or 3 off the top of my head. But
do you want to have a little look, maybe?
Speaking of Sam, just have a little quick flick over. Niag has really, really closed in. He's nearly second to Sam now, so we might even see Niag take the win away from Sam here in the last couple of laps. As I said, them softs are going to be screaming at him.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, DZ. Teapot is very close to points, but unfortunately he's about nearly 26 seconds behind Gooders in P10. So with penalties coming into play, obviously I don't think he's going to unfortunately be able to score points. But as I say that,
Niag's made contact with Sam. Niag's up the inside, but they made contact at the same time. Look around the outside, going to do the switchback. No, he can't. He's around the outside still. And now we have 3 drivers all battling for first. We have 2 laps remaining here at the French Grand Prix of the Tier 3 Championship, and it's all to play for right now. We have Jet Atom in 4th place, closing in, but now we have a huge battle here for first. This is really, really mad on the end stages, as we now have Kung Fu Powton
down the inside of Niag and gets it done.
Gets it done, and now he's all at the back of Sam. Almost makes contact with Sam, but Sam is literally like Bambi right now, and there's got 2 lions behind him, all over him right now, trying to make the move. Look around the outside. Kung Fu Powton, look around the outside of Sam, and he does it. What a move!
Niag's doing
what
the
a move
same.
now, Kung Fu Powton as well. Sorry, Jet Atom, sorry.
Yeah, he's
Oh
on the
my
inside
God,
of it.
it's all
He's done
happening.
it off the track though. That's ridiculous from Jet. He shouldn't be doing that. That's unbelievable. He was down the outside, but he was doing it off track and stayed off track to get past Sam. That's not what you should be doing to get an overtake done. There's just no need.
What was that?
for
Who's that? Who's that? Who went off? That's Sam. That's Sam.
That's Sam, yeah.
He's got a flat tyre.
That's them
Sam's
tyres.
done. Sammy's got a flat tyre.
Puncher.
Puncher from the Sauber in Love You driver, and that's him. Look, he can't even keep it straight. Sam can't keep it straight, so Teapot has got to be trying to save some points here for the team. 2 laps remaining. Sam is going to be a fallen soldier now.
Niag gets it done. He's into P2. As I said though,
Kung Fu Palton is leading this race. Kung Fu Palton is on an absolute mental ride right now. Jess Atom almost loses then. So Palton is on possibly for a race win here. He's got to do one more lap after this, and he could see his first victory here in Tier 3 Championship here in France. What a race has been. This has had a huge spanner thrown in at the works with this rain, and we just did not expect this to happen. Did the drivers? I'm not sure. Did they predict the rain?
Lewis Johnson makes a move on LMB and gets it done as well. Oh, LMB's unfortunately out of the session. That's how he's managed to get past LMB there and move himself up into P4. As Joe was going to do the same thing. Yep, he's gone past him as well, so he's up into P5 now as well. As I said, he's having a great race. Up 7 places, Joe. It's been a fantastic race. Yeah, Dorsey Dave, yeah, you're right. Sam's doing his best Lewis Hamilton impression there.
Yeah, Jets adds him all over the back now. Kung Fu Palton. Can Kung Fu Palton make it to the end? Kung Fu Palton locks up a little bit. Jet Adams at the inside. But I do think Jet Adams got lots of penalties, so I think this could be played for. As long as Kung Fu just sticks with him. But Kung Fu's still ahead. Kung Fu's still ahead. What are we going to see here?
For me,
he's just stuck up the inside.
Some of his moves.
Oh, and he's pushed Kung Fu wide. Kung Fu's still up the inside.
I mean, he does the right thing. He gets the place back.
Last few corner showdown for the win here at the Paul Ricard circuit here in the Tier 3 Championship. Who's going to take the win? This is coming down to penalties. This is so close. Kung Fu Palton holding on for dear life for that first place on track. Has he got little enough penalties to take the win? Jet Atom can't even keep it on the track. There's no traction. Look at the softs. They have literally 0 grip right now.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
Niag's a fair way back. I don't think Niag's going to be too much of a threat to Jet. But
well, you don't know with the penalties though, yeah.
Obviously on track no, but penalties could make a huge difference. But here is your on-track race winner. As long as he keeps it clean around the final hairpin, Kung Fu Palton in the Seren Porsche car wins in France. Can he keep it though? That is the question. He crosses a line.
He takes the provisional win.
Teapot retires. No! Teapot retired on the last lap. No way, he'll be fuming. So we have Atom, who is the current winner. Palton, who's second. Niag, who's third. What am I looking at?
That's unfortunate. Right, so what he's done then is he's come out of the last turn just before the straight, and obviously where it's so wet, the car's just lost the back end and just gone straight into the wall Teapot. That's so unfortunate. So we had Joe come home in P4, great race from him there in the Aston Martin. LMB came home in 5th, even though he unfortunately left the session with 2 laps to go, but thankfully his AI managed to bring over P5. Lewis Johnson came home in P6. Sam, unfortunately, with his puncture, ended up coming home in P7. F1 High-Rise in the AVAX Ascari took P8. Joey in the Bugatti in P9. As good as now crosses the line in the Audi and takes P10 in the last point spot. The AI of Monty, who unfortunately just couldn't get back into the session, has come home in P11 in the classical Cassandra. And Fakir's just coming round the last few bends now in the other Citroen Monet Paris to take P12. And then we've got the DNFs of Teapot in the Sauber, who's P13. The Audi of Coles took P14. The Avex Ascari of Guangdong in P15 with major connection problems, which was a shame, and Chazza in the other Bugatti, who finished in P16. Great points hole finish though, really, for the Seren Porsches there, 6th and 2nd, so good points for them.
if you guys enjoyed this race, please look into the comments right now. We have put a link to the driver of the day votes. Who is your driver of the day? Please vote on that link and let us know your driver of the day, and the votes will be counted up and they'll be posted in the Discord within the week. So yeah, let us know. Click the link and let us know. But very good race there. That was very interesting. Jet Atom takes a win. Bit of a controversial win. I'm sure the drivers will have a little chat about it after the race. And
yeah, for me, it's very controversial in my personal opinion. Tess, who was your driver of the day? I mean, for me, I'm going with Joa. I think he had a fantastic race.
Yeah.
Started 12th, took P4, and just absolutely nailed that race.
To be fair though, I do think brilliant. With Kung Fu though, Kung Fu has been so quiet all race. To be fair, I'm as much as I think Joe had an amazing race. Obviously you've gone for Joe. I'm going to go for someone different just to shake things up a little bit. Kung Fu Powell is my driver of the day. He's been under the radar. No one's really we haven't really spoken much about him. But it wasn't until the end where we've seen him work his way up. Dorsey Dave has just donated.
Daisy says it's got to be Joe or Kung Fu, so he obviously agrees with a pair of us there.
Thank you very much, Dorsey Dave. You've not only subscribed, but you've also donated £7.70 to TTM Motorsport. Thank you so much. Oh mate, this is crazy. Only 3 DNFs though. Teapot's DNF didn't count for some reason, so only 3 DNFs in this race after quite a lot of rain. So it could have been a lot worse, to be honest. So not too bad from the drivers.
Did you manage to get all of them in there? Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it all. Couple controversial incidents throughout the race, but that happens. It does happen. But nevertheless, we've had a great race. See if we can get anyone in. You're better this than me. I don't know if you can.
I'll let you fire away with some questions. Who are you looking to
well, I don't know if you get anyone. Get the top 3 in. Get Joe in. Get Teapot in. Actually, Teapot's pretty turned his Xbox stuff, to be honest. Who can we get in?
We've invited Jeff. And we've invited Kung Fu Patton. Invite Niag.
Can you guys hear me?
Hello, how's it going?
Can indeed.
Got in the chat right now.
That is Jet who's in there at the moment. Have you got your audio included for us?
Yeah, I've got it included. Yep.
Right, we'll start with you, Jet Atom. You had a very good race. You managed to take the win. A couple interesting things happened. Do you want to talk us through your race? How did it go?
First stint was terrible. Monty and Sam had everything under control ahead of me. On the softs, I was flying. I got a 5-second penalty after the safety car because Monty was disconnected and I couldn't overtake him. So I had to save that in the pits. That was pretty fucking annoying. And the last couple of laps were just so terrible. Like, the water was there, but everybody was on the dry. And the cars were just like slowly walking.
Looked like they turned into drift cars, didn't they?
Yeah, no. I had no idea where they were going to break. And yeah, Sam made a big mistake. Just staying out on those old softs. He did like 16 laps on the softs, I think. But
yeah, he just tried to eat them out, and unfortunately, it just didn't pan out the way that he thought it was going to. Unfortunately,
it was pretty close. If it hadn't started raining, he would have had it. But yeah, good race.
Yeah, great work there, Jeff.
Congrats on the win.
Great work.
Thank you.
Well done.
We've got Kung Fu Patton in as well, Tez.
Yeah, do you want to ask away, or would you like me to ask away, Hayes?
I'll let you ask away, mate.
Sure, mate.
You're much better questions than me.
Kung Fu, what a race you had. You was under the radar all race. Didn't get much action all race. That was because you were just keeping calm. You were composed. You almost had the win there at the very end. It wasn't until the last sort of 2-3 laps where we started to notice, whoa, Kung Fu is like up here. He's got a really good chance for the win. Narrowly missed out on the win. I think the time penalties may have played a little bit of a factor into it. I'm not too sure. But how are you feeling, mate? That was a really close win, but regardless, mate, what an amazing result.
Out if I wasn't muted. Congratulations, Jet. I'm just a bit annoyed. Got a time penalty for I got speeds off the track, but I got a time penalty for that, but I wasn't expecting to get a podium. Happy because you know, I've been since day one, since the trials, I've been wanting to impress, and I finally got my podium. Maybe in not in the way I wanted, but you know, it still happened, and I'm glad to get some points, some decent points as well.
Mate,
Yeah,
you
it's
drove
fantastic
an
driving,
incredible race. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, you drove everything right. It's not how you're saying. I've got a really bad echo. You're saying that maybe it wasn't the way you wanted, but I think that was the perfect way. You show that you can drive in all the different dynamic conditions. Whatever Codemasters throws at you, you can do it. You've done it. You've capitalised on the other drivers' mistakes. I'd be super happy with that, mate. You got second. That was a crazy, really, really good race. So yeah, don't say that. You had an incredible race, mate. Well done to get that podium. That's exactly how I would want to take it. Well done.
Yeah, you were Ted's driver of the day as well for that. As we said, you
yeah.
just silently went about your business and
You
just
are my driver of the day for
kept
that.
yourself out of
really,
trouble, mate. I thought you had a
really good.
fantastic race.
That's put a smile on my face.
Good, mate. You deserve it. That was a great race, buddy.
We've got Niag in as well, Tez.
Niag, what a race at the end. Literally, you having me screaming, man. You guys are battling for the lead. What a race. Talk us through it.
Thank you. Oh, if I'm honest, the whole weekend, not my finest. Qualifying was a mess. Obviously set the 4th fastest time on like my last lap actually. And the start of the race on wets, jeez. Had loads of.
You did, to be fair, because obviously you made a very, very early pit stop, and I was a bit confused because obviously I didn't see you change your wing at all, and I didn't catch that you actually started on wets and then lost the fault. Yeah, he's obviously gone for them, which was
Yeah.
decided to try a different strategy than the others.
Well,
see
no, I
if it worked.
started on inters. That seemed like the best thing to do.
Right. Yeah, I think
But
that's
yeah,
what most drivers start
the
doing,
first
yeah.
corner into the second corner, there were quite a few bumps towards the back of me.
Yeah, I don't know if it was you or if it was your teammate, but we see one of the Citroen cars literally cut that. I think it might have been Fekir actually. Now I think about it, cutting the hell out of turn one, and I don't even know. We had a driver on his roof where Coles actually flipped the whole car fully.
Yeah, mental.
Yeah, so, yeah. Turn one was quite crazy to be honest, but
Crazy.
for you guys that managed to keep out of the trouble and keep your head down and get on with the race, you've done very well. So
Thank you.
yeah, great job. Have we got anyone else in the party? Is there any more people that we can get
we
in?
Don't have anyone else in. I could probably try and drag Sam in if you want, or
Yeah, let's speak to Sam. Let's see what he's got to say about it.
probably a bit
reckon
annoyed, bless him, with the puncture.
it's probably too late now, guys. But Niag and Kung Fu, I hope you had your settings enabled in the party chat where we can hear your stream.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, yeah, great. Bit of a late question, but yeah, great.
Sam, obviously, you know how to include your audio in the party. Please,
Ask
mate.
away, Hayes.
I shouldn't have to tell him anyway. Sam, talk us through it. Obviously, great race for you, mate. Up until the end there, you tried to stretch them softs out as far as you possibly can into the end of the race. Was that because you see Jet come into the pits and thought, I might be able to eke him out and save the pit stop and keep hold of P1?
The initial thought was, because I saw Jet closing up so quickly, I thought his tyres are going to be worn. So I started trying to really save them. And then I saw the rain come down, and I was like, thank God, track's calling. And then it just went.
Yeah, obviously you had the puncture there. Was that just because of the fact that obviously the tyre wear just got a bit too much, or was there a bit of debris on the track that obviously caused
I
it?
don't know what happened, because that tyre, the what was it, the front right was the
front
one
right
up
of
low,
them.
but that one was
Yeah.
the least worn out the front tyres, so I was confused.
That's interesting, to be fair.
It just went.
Yeah, it's a big shame because obviously he was on for a great finish, obviously either a potential win or definitely a podium. And then, you've done a bit of a Lewis Hamilton impression, as DT said in the chat. And, unfortunately, had to make an unexpected pit stop that he didn't want to do. So it was a bit of a shame. At least he still managed to get some points in for Sauber, though. There's a positive to take from that.
Very lucky.
Great job, guys. An amazing race. I really thoroughly enjoyed that one. The gods have really thrown all sorts of different dynamic weather conditions into that race, and it's made it super hard for the drivers to choose a strategy and to actually make it pay off. But obviously the top three chose their strategy very well, and it's really paid off for them. So very well done to them, guys. Very well done to the rest of the drivers. We only had 3 DNS that race as well, considering the amount of rain you guys had. 3 DNS isn't too bad. So yeah, overall, a good race. I really enjoyed it, and yeah,
So did I.
thank you very much, Hayes, alongside me today in the commentary box.
Always a
And,
pleasure, never a chore, Taz.
Lovely stuff. Great attitude, that. And yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching, taking part. We actually reached our record today. I think we reached 30 viewers at one stage.
It was at one
We've
point
had
30 viewers.
5 subscribers. We've had 3 donations. So yeah, it's been absolutely unbelievable. I never thought
mental.
that TT Motorsport would get to the position it's in right now. It's 5 months of absolute roller coaster. So yeah, thank you to everyone who has been supporting the movement from day one, and even to the new people who have only just recently found out about us. It's crazy, and the thing is, we're only just getting started. Like, we have so much prepared, ready for season 2. Like, season 2 is going to be a whole different experience, guys. So I hope you guys are really looking forward to that. I know I
Sky
really am.
Sports, eat your heart out.
I mean, we was going to save a lot of the new graphics you can see across screen for season 2, but we thought it may be a little bit faulty, so we might as well have season 1 as our beta season, and then have season 2 perfect. So yeah, we're halfway through, just about halfway through the season now. Not for tier 3, but for the other 2 tiers. Tier 3 is only in this is their 5th round of the championship.
So we'll be moving it around 6 next week for them in Austria.
Still plenty of time, but as season 1 is gonna be amazing regardless. We've still got lots lined up for season 1. But yeah, really enjoyed this one, guys. So thank you very much to everyone watching, supporting, and we'll catch you guys on Wednesday for the tier 2 race. Cheers, guys.
Peace.